Let's take a look at 2303 question 3c. And it says if the particle is at its origin when the timing starts, find the distance traveled after 3 seconds. So here we go. So I'm going to say exercise 23.03, question 3c. So we're finding the distance traveled. So if we're finding the distance, I'm going to use the velocity equation to derive the distance formula. So remember, of course, if we integrate acceleration, we get velocity. We integrate velocity, we get distance, and so on. So let's go ahead and do that then. So the velocity equation we had was 4t minus 3 over 2t squared minus 2. So if we want to find the velocity equation, what am I doing? The distance equation. Distance is the integration of velocity with respect to time. Or I could rewrite that, the integration of 4t minus 3 over 2 t squared minus 2. Now, if we go ahead and do that, then we're going to increase the power of t by 1 and divide by the new power. So that now is equal to 4t squared on 2 minus 3 on 2t3 on 3. So I'm going to multiply those two together. Minus 2t to the 1 on 1 plus c. Now, let's have a look and see if we can find information about c. Does it tell us what the distance is at any point? It does. Yes, it says the particle is at the origin, and we're told particle moves in a straight line from an origin. So we're told basically that if it's at the origin when the timing starts, in other words, another way of saying that is distance equals 0 when t equals 0. So we could actually write that. Yeah, we could say S, I keep thinking distance is d. S equals 0 when t equals 0. So let's go ahead then and say, well, S is going to, in fact, I'm going to tidy this up a little bit first. So this is going to be 2t squared minus, well, I can cancel a few bits. So it's going to be t cubed on 2 minus, this is just going to be 2t, and this is going to be plus 0, but I'm not going to add in the 0. It's going to be superfluous. It's going to be redundant. All right, so S then at, and we're told the distance traveled after you can't see that. The distance traveled after 3 seconds. So we're now told that t equals 3, S is equal to question mark. We don't know the distance. Let's find it. So here we go. So S is going to be 2 times 3 squared minus, let's have a look. That's going to be 3 cubed on 2 minus 2 times 3. And that's going to equal, well, 3 cubes 9, 2 nines are 18, minus 3 to the 3 is 27, divided by 2 is 13 and a half, minus 2 threes are 6. Okay, and that equals 7, 4 minus 6 is going to be 1.5, and it'll be negative as well. So what does that negative mean? Well, the negative means it's moving away from the points, the origin. And it's probably moving backwards and forwards and all round, but at this point, at t equals 3, it's actually 1.5 meters away from the origin. So that's what we've got. Of course, we can't have a negative distance. You can have a negative direction, but you can't have a negative distance. You can't have a negative length. Something can't be negative 1.5 meters. So the answer is going to equal 1.5 or 1.5 meters. And that's the answer.